So if there's any motorcycle out there that would be considered having a checkered past, it would be the Ural. I call it Ural. My Soviet-speaking friends call it Ural. And that is because it's stolen. They're all stolen. Every single one of them is stolen. Let me explain. During World War II, the Soviets purchased 5 BMW R71s for the purpose of reverse engineering them so they can make their own. However, if you talk to people from that side of the world, they'll tell you a completely different story. They'll tell you that the Soviets, when they took over one of the BMW plants, when they were fighting Germany, they took all the manufacturing equipment out of there and brought it back to Russia to try to remake the product. So what they did was they took the BMW R71, they reverse engineered it using significantly worse processes and basically no quality control, and they produced an entirely new motorcycle, calling it the M72, fooling everybody. No one was fooled. Everyone knows exactly what they did. They didn't even bother changing more than 1 decibel in the name and 1 letter. It's the same basic name. Dare I say, everything about these bikes are stolen. So while BMW continued to improve and build very high quality motorcycles throughout the decade, the Soviets continued making the Ural. The same one. No, the exact same one. We're talking half of a century without ever changing anything on it. The quality control on these bikes were so bad that if you bought 15 of these things brand new from the factory and tried to drive them home, you'd be lucky if 3 or 4 actually made it. Like, you'd be really lucky if 3 or 4 actually made it. And when you took them apart to fix them and see what was wrong with it, it was not uncommon that you would find an extremely important part missing on the bike. In some extreme examples, they might have been missing 1 of the 2 pistons. But this is still the best motorcycle ever to come out of the Soviet Union. People loved them. And what they realized was that if you bought one of these, all you had to do was tear the whole thing apart, put it back the proper way, tightening all the bolts and everything like that. And if you did that, it would actually be a pretty reliable bike. Not as reliable as if it was a BMW because of the way they made them, but significantly more reliable than what we think of Urals are.